Welcome! It's MPJ time. It's new rock album review time. It's Andy and Paul time. Welcome, gang.
Hello.
Right. MPJ new rock album review show. We're missing half the panel through various different reasons: holiday, drunkenness, and work. I mean,
That's just Trish.
That's just Trish. Right, today we're reviewing Zsuzsanna Ward and their album Liberation. We're going to tell you what we think, and we're going to rate out of 5. If it gets 4 or more, gets to a Hall of Fame, maybe even a Golden Hall, maybe even Legends. We've had a Legend so far this month with Dorothy. What about Zsuzsanna Ward, though? Let's find out. Paul, Liberation, Zsuzsanna Ward. First time we're reviewing this album. I slipped them in there because I've come across them on some of the individual tracks that made my cool list previously. But what did you think of Zsuzsanna Ward?
Well, let's just get it out. The white elephant out of the room here. They have nothing to do with ZZ Top. Nothing to do with them whatsoever.
Maybe there might be in the ward next door.
And also nothing to do with Shane Ward.
Who's Shane Ward?
He won X Factor a long time ago.
That's
Don't worry
Shane.
about that.
I only know him as Shane.
I'm glad you got that out of the way, Andy.
And nothing to do with black magic when you ward off evil spirits. There we go.
So,
anyway,
Zsuzsanna Ward, she is an interesting character, having performed since the age of 12 in front of audiences with her father's blue band. Not only does she sing, but plays all the instruments herself. So, also in 2021, she set up her own record label, Dirty Shine Records. She also decided to become a mum at the same time, summed up by the opening song, Mother. And she is a main guitar player. And her latest album, Liberation, is more a blues album than a rock affair, although a lot of tracks could be called bluesy rock. Cadillac Man has a blues brother ring to it. Likewise, the Liberation track is sung and performed in such a way it feels a tribute to Amy Winehouse. Having said all that, this is a very fine album. Grin in Your Face and Next to You were my favourites. But a rock album, it's kind of bordering on that.
Andy, do you agree? Is it a rock album?
it's no, it is rock. There, it's blues rock. It's a sultry blues rock album, sort of drenched in sort of smoke and whiskey and late at night sometimes.
Do you know what? There's a reason I got this boy on the show, and there it was. There it was.
Late night bars, yeah. No, the vocals on this are quite pretty delicious. Through for it. The only thing for it was, it said there are quite a lot of influences which come through for it, and sometimes those influences can just take you out a little bit. I think it's the second song, which is called Love Alive. It's just like, it just sounds a little bit too much like Adele rolling in the deep as a song through for it, and it does just take you out slightly too much through for it. For me, I did enjoy it a lot, but it said there's a lot of bands and artists which are in this sort of like ranges coming through as well. But it was a very interesting. I did enjoy it quite a bit.
Now, I don't read an excerpt from Trish's notes because I did like it. This album, in the words of Forrest Gump, is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but each taste of this album, all the centres deliver. Whilst blues rock is not a genre of rock for her, she can't help but feel liberated. Do you like the segue there? Liberated? I like that. Listening to this album. Yeah, the problem with this album I listened to after I listened to Dorothy, which has just become a legend. And that's an MPJ legend, by the way, if you didn't know. I'm
sure she is a legend anyway.
I think she is a legend. I do like blues rock. But I think that, and I really enjoyed this album, but I do like Love Is Pain as well. I thought that was really good. But yes, there were moments where it felt like an excerpt. Little bits of songs felt like an excerpt from like it was a semi-mini cover of a tune like Elvis's, like a bit of Elvis and a bit of Adele. it still worked, and it was still fine, and it was still really, really, really good. I think for me, probably personally suffered because I listened to Dorothy after, listened to this after the Dorothy album, and there, different types of country rock, but yeah, same. But still, I liked it. I really did enjoy it. Did we and everybody else enjoy it enough though for it to get into our Hall of Fame? Well, we'll start with Trish because she gave it a 4.5, and I'll match that with another rock chick 4.5 from Lauren as well. I give this a 4. Andy, what did you give it?
I gave it a 3.5, but it was, again, solid and good.
Do you know what? If Paul gives this a 3.5 or above...
No, you know what Dom did?
Sorry, Dom gave it a 2.5. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. My apologies. Thank you very much for that prompt. So if Paul gives this a 3.5...
Just wanted to chat to Paul, he's the most important.
Yeah, because, he's had a hard time. But if he were to give this one a 3.5, this would get into the Hall of Fame. Now, you know what Paul's track record is like. Paul, is Zsuzsanna Ward into the Hall of Fame? Tell us.
Well, I don't want to build this up too much, but I didn't match Dom at 2.5. I didn't improve it to a 3. But I did give it the 3.5.
Yes!
Well,
Well,
Hall of Fame, so yes.
Here we go. See, I'm
a hero at last.
You are. I'm
a hero.
I'm not all me.
You're not the bad guy.
I could have made Andy the hero. I could have done, but I just felt you needed to be a hero for a change.
I needed to be a hero.
You did. Congratulations.
Redemption story.
I think, Paul, you've had a bit of liberation there.
Oh, I feel liberated, yes.
Yes, because the album is called Liberation. Zsuzsanna Ward into our Hall of Fame. Congratulations. That's amazing. So she's our joint 88th album of all time. Into our Hall of Fame. 15th joint album of the year so far. Possible wild card, who knows? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave your comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button because we would love it if you did. And thank you to my panel, to Paul and to Andy and the missing rock chicks of the day, and to Dom. And we will be back. Check out our next album review in a minute. Speak soon. Goodbye. Keep on rocking.